Dools!
Has.
PlayStation 5's showcase has concluded. We now know the price and release date, so let's just get into it. But Dools, just roll the intro. Welcome, one and all, to a very special episode of the More Cops of Duty podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Harry. With me, of course, is the Ray to my tracing, Edward Dools. Dools. Like that one? Like that one, Dools? How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm great. I am feeling energetic. I'm feeling sprightly for on a day where I woke up at 10 to 6 a.m. It's finally happened. After a grueling wait. This is the longest we've ever had to wait for this kind of information before a console launch. They took their sweet time, but it's finally happened. We know the price and release date of the PlayStation 5. It's very exciting.
We'll get all into that, Dools. I reckon, because this whole episode is just going to be dissecting everything that's shown at the PlayStation 5 showcase. That I reckon we bypass what is the More Cops on Duty. Like, they know what it is, Dools. They know where to find us, how often we record, and how irregular you post on social media. Like, they just know, Dools. So there's no point alluding to it.
Very irregularly, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, Dools, let's just dive into it. So, PlayStation 5 showcase was announced to happen today, about a couple of days ago. It was very much expected. We're kind of looking out for it as soon as Xbox's information got leaked and they came out with a tweet. What I really like is that Xbox came out with a tweet. It's like, here's the tweet. This is how much. This is when it's happened. Good night. And PlayStation's like, oh, we're not done. Here's a showcase. So, showcase was this morning, 6 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Overall, Dools, before we dissect it, what did you think? Did you love it?
I liked it a lot. I think there were some games in there where it's just like, okay, we've seen this before. I'm not sure why we're seeing it again in as much detail as we're seeing it. But overall, like the things that I wanted to see that we did see, I was really pleased with, and the amount that we got of those things. So, yeah, I think it was a really strong presentation, and of course to dovetail it with the price and date and another special game, really solidified it as a very strong showcase.
Yeah, they own that one more thing reveal. You know, we're just gonna leave you with one more thing. But Dools, PlayStation 5 showcase opened up with an amazing hype reel. I tell you what, I was hyped as all hell. It was showcasing all the games that were revealed in the previous showcase. And oh man, that like already, like goosebumps, nipples were hard. That's what I was saying, Dools. But the first game revealed, we thought that it probably would be revealed, this showcase. We didn't think it would be first. Final Fantasy 16 being a PlayStation exclusive. That's huge. That is huge. Now, whilst that franchise really isn't for us, that definitely has a giant audience, and that's a major win for PlayStation.
Yeah, so that, it's a big get, as you said. I think it's a console exclusive. I think it will be on PC. But, I don't know, they can be a little cagey with this stuff. It could be a timed exclusive, but I don't know, maybe not. Remains to be seen. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake, for example, is a timed exclusive. This franchise has never particularly appealed to you or I don't think so. But I understand that it is a huge franchise, and just looking at Twitter after the showcase, it was being talked about quite a bit. Like people were fucking amped. So it was definitely a big reveal. And again, just to have that exclusivity status slapped on it, I mean, fuck, that's just a big fuck you to Xbox.
Oh man, oath. Absolutely. So that was a pretty strong start, I thought. Again, not directed towards us, but we definitely, credit where credit's due. That definitely has a giant audience, and there'll be a lot of people that are really hyped about that. Dools, then came our little bit of dessert because we got a full in-depth gameplay of Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is confirmed to come to Australia 1 week after launch, which is fine. You know, there's so many games launching at launch, so like that makes sense. We've got full in-depth gameplay taking place on a bridge. The villain is the Tinkerer. What an obscure Marvel villain, but dude, I am so there for it. Like 100%. I love it.
Yeah, looks like a pretty unique take on this villain. Reminds me a little bit of how they redesigned Shocker in Homecoming. To modernize him a little bit. I get that vibe from the Tinkerer. Also, the goons look like Watch Dogs characters.
Yeah, I thought the exact same thing. I thought they looked like Watch Dogs Legion, yeah.
So maybe we're fighting off hackers or something. I don't know. And then another one of the villains. It seems like there are a couple different factions. Another one of the factions is an energy company. It's like, all right,
yeah,
okay. That's
so true.
The local evil energy company. Yeah, man. So that had been basically confirmed as a launch title way back when it was first shown in the first showcase, and but we didn't get any gameplay. Like we got an in-engine trailer, and it looked excellent. So to finally see gameplay, it looks fucking stunning. Like it just looks gorgeous. So and they reaffirmed launch. I think unfortunately I think it's a launch game in the US, and for some reason coming a week later to the rest of the world. But I don't know. Maybe that could change leading up to launch. But anyway, not the end of the world there. Yeah, I'm stoked for it. What do you think?
Oh, dude, I thought it looked awesome. I love how Spider-Man, they've done this in a number of the movies, and they've done it in a number of the games as well, where Spider-Man's in between 2 points and just holding it together with webs. And like, man, it's always so sick though. Like, it's always so rad. I can't wait. I think this looks sick. All the powers throughout the gameplay, how it all flowed, it looked super fluid. So I'm super keen. Also, that's the original. You can buy the game just as standalone, but you can get additional for a couple extra dollars. You get additional remastered edition of the Spider-Man PS4, which I'm definitely going to pick up.
I'll probably pick that up as well. I think it's
praying it has a different trophy list. I'm praying it has a different trophy list.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. The fact that they're making us pay a bit more for it tells me it should be a technically separate version of the game. But the only thing that gives me pause on that, and maybe this is just for new games, is that it was also confirmed that I think they are backtracking on this, because I'm pretty sure that at one point they said it was definitely an exclusive. But so Miles Morales will be on PS4 as well. They've also confirmed this for Horizon Forbidden West, so that's fine. But apparently, if you buy the PS4 versions of those, and then say you get a PS5 at a later date, you get the free upgrade for them. So charging us 20 extra bucks for Spider-Man, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm gonna buy it because I'm sucker for that shit. I love Spider-Man, but at the same time, it's like, well, I don't know. This is an old game, so
yeah.
How come these new games are getting free upgrades? But anyway, I mean, it's like an added bonus in the package, I guess, and
it's probably with all the DLC as well. Like, I'm happy.
If you're someone who, for whatever reason, hadn't even got the first Spider-Man game, that's a fucking steal.
Yeah.
So it could be for those people as well, and I think that's just such a huge launch title, dude. That's just like Spider-Man
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play that game again. I thought that story was awesome, so I'm really, really looking forward to that, Dools. Moving on, Dools. You know, the train's got to keep on rolling into the station, and by train, Dools, get this segue. By train, I mean Hogwarts Express. Because welcome to the game, Hogwarts Legacy, the Harry Potter World RPG that's been rumored for so long and basically confirmed.
By Portkey Games.
By Portkey Games. Yeah, Jesus. That has to just make Harry Potter games from now on. Interestingly, it's not taking place in Harry Potter time. I thought that was pretty interesting, that it's taking place in the 1800s.
I think that's a good idea. That means they can very much make it their own thing and tell their own story. If you revolve it around Harry Potter, well then you've basically got to retread the same ground as the films, right?
Agreed.
So
yeah, 100%. I think they made a good decision.
This falls in line. So this game was leaked like I think almost 2 years ago at this point, and like footage and all kinds of stuff was leaked. So it's been in the oven for a while, but yeah, I think the rumor was always that it was like going to be a third-person action RPG, create your own character type thing. So yeah, looks pretty much like exactly like what the leaks described, and yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan. I think it's it's fun, but yeah, I mean if it's a good game, I'm all in.
It looks cool. It looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, I just want to see more. I want to see because it wasn't a cinematic trailer, but it like wasn't a gameplay. It was just a trailer.
It was definitely in engine.
Yeah, in-engine trailer. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, no, I'm very keen. Comes out next year, 2021 release date. So keep your ears to the ground, I believe. Dools, moving on. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. One of the key developers from Raven Studio came out to showcase a demo of the single player. It'll be from the first level. And I've got a note here, Dools, that says, "Oh, baby." Like, god damn, does this look good. Like, it looks
hot, man.
Good. You come in as Mason again. What do the numbers mean, Mason? And you're there with Woods. But also, Dools, at the end it said PS4 exclusive alpha for the multiplayer this weekend, all for free. Unbelievable stuff right there. What do you think of it? Like, you gonna pick up Cold War as soon as you get a PS5?
110%, dude. What's exciting about this campaign is that it's being developed by Raven Software, and that's why I immediately knew it was COD when that little what do you call it, placard or nylon or whatever it is, little title card for that dev popped up. So I think Treyarch is handling multiplayer for this installment, and Raven is handling single player. And they've done some interesting single player shooters in the past, like Singularity, and which is like a Bioshocky type thing. And so I'm just really interested to see their take on the COD campaign. I think this could actually be the first campaign where maybe they, I don't know, mix things up a little bit and don't make it your cookie cutter action movie campaign. I mean, of course it's going to have those moments, but I think, I don't know, I'd be real interested to see, like, especially because of the time period, like Black Ops was the first one that felt a bit different. Like, it felt like a very different Call of Duty. So hopefully they can try recapture that, and just the fact that it's like a reboot of Black Ops gives me that hope. And but yeah, seeing some of the shit you can do in the campaign, like take human hostages. You got little RC cars. You can pin a grenade to someone and throw them back into a group of enemies. I mean, just crazy shit.
Yeah. I was playing the remastered version, or no, it wasn't even remastered. It was Far Cry 3 Classic, and all those moves are in Far Cry 3 Classic. That came out in like 2012 or something.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, but like it just looks so much better in Cold War. But yeah, I was like reading comments being like, "Oh my god, you could never do that in any other games." I'm like, you could do that in Far Cry. But no, it does look awesome. I'm so in. I'm a Call of Duty fanboy, so I'm really, really keen to see what they do with this. And the multiplayer, I've been watching the multiplayer gameplay online, looks unreal. All the maps look sick. I can't wait.
And speaking of, they announced that the beta is going live, I think, this Friday. So
and we get to download it
Saturday for us,
today.
And we can preload it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we get to
later tonight probably for us, which is awesome.
Yeah, which would be awesome. So good.
Yeah, we'll hop on that this weekend, I'm sure.
110%, man. That is my entire weekend now. Dools, Resident Evil 8 got another trailer with a 2021 release date. Expected 2021. We didn't expect it before then. What'd you think? I thought it looked great. It was just another trailer.
I'd have to double check this, and maybe I can. I don't know where I'd look, but I could have sworn in the first showcase they did say January or February 2021, or maybe they said Q1 or something. So that tells me that maybe they're delaying it and they're just saying 2021 now, and they don't want to commit to a release window just yet. But But we'll see. Yeah, I'm still as keen as ever for this game. I loved Resident Evil 7, which is, this is a direct sequel to. They've been remaking some of the old games, like 2 and 3, and they maintain their third-person point of view. But 7 was the first entry in the series to go first-person, and they're continuing that trend with 8. And so I'm personally really fucking keen. Apparently, I just learned today the King of Horror, scared of horror games, it turns out. Interesting.
Stephen King. Really?
Well, are you not the King of Horror, sir?
Sorry. I thought you were talking about like a tweet or something you saw from Stephen King. No, I don't mind horror games. I love horror games, except for I think that first person horror games are horrifying. Like they scare the shit out of me. I'll still play. Yeah, I'll still play them. I think.
I actually think Resident Evil 2 has some scary moments in 7. I think you feel more tense in 7, but having played both to the end, I think 2 for me had some more scary experiences. But
what's his name? Nemesis, Mr. X.
Yeah.
In Resident Evil 2. Holy shit. Fuck me. But Dools, moving on, what did you think about Deathloop?
Yeah, I mean, beyond my initial impressions, which was that I'm very intrigued. I only tried Dishonored once, and I've actually been thinking about going back to it because I saw, I think it might have been the sequel popped up on Game Pass recently, and so I was like, oh, okay, I might check that out, because, Dishonored by Arcane, who is making Deathloop, I think it just looks very similar. I think they just have a knack for these type of games, like these kind of semi-cartoony and also lifelike visuals and just this stealth, but also extremely fast-paced, action-oriented gameplay. I didn't give Dishonored the most time of day, so I might give that a second shot, and maybe they'll give me a better idea about what Deathloop could be. But I'm interested, man. It's like a unique spin on the Groundhog Day formula, and looks like you're literally versing yourself in the game. From what I understand, cool. Like you take both sides of, you play as these two assassins who are hunting each other down. So it's a very interesting kind of scenario. But I'm interested. I think it's a shame that it was going to initially be a launch game, but I think it's just been pushed till early next year.
Yeah, Q2.
So how are you feeling about it?
I think it looks great. It looks really unique. As I was saying to you, I was watching it, I was like, I still don't really understand this game, like what we're doing, what it actually is, but it looks like a lot of fun and very unique, and I'm all in. I know majority of what Bethesda makes, I'll buy.
What the trailer told me, I found really interesting and makes it sound really cool, is that you saw him. The character was describing how he was going to this compound. He's killed this particular scientist a dozen times, and no matter how many times he does, he can't get to this other target on the other side of the island in time. And then he's like, finally, I figured out one day that I had to let him do a certain thing, let him escape on purpose, so that both these targets would be in the same place at one time. So it sounds like there's going to be some puzzle elements to this game, and you've got to eventually keep going through a certain loop until you figure out, oh, hold on, I've got to let this happen so that this other thing happens. And that sounds fucking cool. That sounds like it's going to really fucking bend your brain and make you think.
Yeah, it's awesome. Was it always a PS exclusive?
Console exclusive, yeah. Yep.
Okay, awesome.
It might end up being timed.
Comes
might
out
end
Q2.
up being timed, but it is.
Fair enough. I just checked Dools. Resident Evil in the July showcase just said coming 2021.
Okay,
so
there you go.
Still adds up. Awesome. Dools, we got onto a reveal that I feel like could have been cut or even just released as a tweet. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Available digitally at launch. This doesn't speak to us at all. We're not DMC fans.
So I haven't... I'll see if I can pull it up, but I'm wondering if that would be a free upgrade for, let's see. Okay, so launches digitally, blah blah blah. Physical version's coming later. Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be a separate.
Yeah, because it says
Separate
special
thing.
edition, so I'm guessing that like when you say a type of edition, you can put a price tag on it.
So they're not doing smart delivery for Xbox either. So I mean, it's just it's not like only PlayStation people have to pay for it. So yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, which is good.
So
like,
Cyberpunk, you know, a game that most people would happily pay for, again, isn't doing it. And Witcher 3, a game that came out 5 years ago, getting a free upgrade. Just putting that out there, just so you know other developers can think about that.
very kind, Dools. Very, very kind. But yeah, it's not for us. I'm sure there's a very much cult audience for DMC. They'd be happy right now, but not for us. Dools, Oddworld Soulstorm. Are you excited for this?
No. Look, I might give it a shot. I mean, the launch of the new console makes me kind of just throw money all over the shop, and you know, I'm interested in trying all kinds of things. But I tried. I think an Oddworld game was a PS Plus game years ago, and I tried it. I played for maybe just under an hour, and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. This is just something about this is not vibing with me at all. So
a bit wacky.
But I mean, it's meant to be a beloved like platforming franchise, and I don't know, with some other interesting gameplay elements. So again, one of those things. Maybe I should give a bit more, bit more time to. It might end up surprising me. So yeah, I'm and Lawn Landing is a fucking boss. So
oh, dude, I got a lot of time for Lawn Landing. A lot of time.
Yeah, I think I might check it out.
True. Dools, up next is a title that I've put down in notes of just the word nope. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I feel like this could have been cut.
Yeah,
like,
what the
straight up. Like,
yeah, I mean,
this,
look,
Devil May Cry, and
dude, the audience for these games are on PC, right?
Yeah.
The audience for these games are on PC. Like they're a lot of fun to stream apparently. Also, from what I understand, I think the guy who makes them, Scott Cawthorne, I'm pretty sure his name is. I think on like 5 separate occasions, he's declared he's quitting game development and just not going to make games anymore. And then he's made 5 games subsequent to each. Like each time he said he wasn't going to make any more games. So this guy just I think the money keeps rolling in. I think also very quick funny little story about the history of those games. He was initially just trying to make a fun little kids game where you're like going around interacting with these animatronic, animals in a pizza parlor, like a Chuck E. Cheese type place, and he just couldn't get the animations right, and everything was just a bit janky, and the fucking things looked horrifying, and I don't know. He got someone to test play the game, and they're like, "Dude, this is like really fucking scary. Like, holy shit, you've done a good job." He's like, dude, this is meant to be a kid's game.
That's insane.
So
I never knew that.
He just leaned into that, and they've just become. There's like fucking 10 different Five Nights at Freddy games. So they've become wildly popular. But dude, I've watched gameplay of some of them, and they are genuinely some of the scariest fucking games I've ever seen. Like you could never convince me to play one ever.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. Like that is literally. Yeah, you'd hate that. That is your nightmare. You've to your credit, you've been getting a lot into horror movies lately. Like decent horror movies are more atmospheric and stuff.
Dude, the jump scares are fucking heinous in those games.
Oh,
like from what I've watched, oh my god.
Yeah, dude, you and jump scares don't go together. I'll never forget when we went to see that media screening of Unfriended. And
but even you agreed that they were
ridiculous. That movie was those jump scares were ridiculous, but it was just hilarious watching you. Like I jumped and you were like running out of the cinema. Like it was that bad.
Thanks, guys.
The fucking blender screen, the blender scene Dools. Do you remember the blender scene Dools?
How could I forget?
Yeah. Dools, do you want to talk through Demon Souls for me?
Yeah, sure. So we got a pretty meaty gameplay demo, which I was very happy with. We'd only got the trailer in that first showcase back in July. So I've become a huge Souls fan as of late. Like I played Bloodborne a couple years back, and then I played Sekiro when it came out, but I'd never given the Souls games a go until this year when all of a sudden I was given the opportunity due to the pandemic to really dive into the backlog. And so far I've played and beaten 1 and 2. Love them. 1 is probably my, I think is the superior so far. But I hear 3 is potentially the best of the series, so I'm very keen to get into that. And I'm going to need to rush to beat them. Those games can take me a while to beat, so I'm going to need to start and finish that soon before Demon Souls, especially now that we know it's a launch title. And for some reason was not mentioned at all in the showcase, but along with a ton of other information. We'll speak about that in a bit, but that's Sony are still at their core a pretty Japanese company because they do some shit that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, they're like, let's just surprise.
So yeah, I mean, it just looks like a Souls game. Like all the audio cues, like the combat, like everything I was looking at, I was like, wow, like this is just straight up Dark Souls. And Demon Souls was the precursor to the Dark Souls, but I still don't fully understand. I'm curious to go read about the original now and how it ties into Dark Souls, and I don't know what prompted them to reboot the series almost. And so I mean, I'm just really intrigued by it all, and I think Sony wanted to capitalize on Bloodborne because that game was obviously a huge success, and they own that IP, but I think they're waiting for FromSoft to find the time to do a proper sequel to that. But in the meantime, they're doing Demon Souls to Sony themselves because they own that IP. They actually published that way back in the day. So FromSoft don't own that, and that's why they've got Bluepoint on this. And yeah, I'm so stoked, dude. I can't believe that's a launch game. That's like
It does look great.
I'm gonna get so stuck in.
Yeah, like it's doesn't look like a game for me. But I'm excited.
I don't know, bro. You might like it.
I might pick it up. Like again, exactly what you're saying. Like new console, I'm gonna be throwing money at it.
Yeah.
Like I might pick it up and give it a try.
Although, mind you, we've now got confirmation that games will be $10 more. So.
Oh well, I get it though. Games are more expensive to make nowadays. I get it.
Oh, big time.
Like 100%. Like if we want more Last of Us Part 2s, we're gonna have to pay $10 extra.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That's why subscriptions like Game Pass are definitely going to thrive in this new ecosystem.
100%. Dools, the next thing that was shown, next title that was shown is very much geared towards you. Available at launch, you'll be able to play Fortnite on PS5, Dools. How excited are you? You would have heard me just audibly gasp in shock when that popped up on the screen. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so cool, I guess. I think they had to put something in there because if for anyone who doesn't know, Sony actually bought a 1.4% stake in Epic Games, I think earlier this year. So they're getting a little piece of that Fortnite money, that Epic Game Store money, rolling in to buttress their revenue. Yeah, genius.
So yeah, I guess they obviously had to drop a little mention. PS5 would probably be, that might be where most Fortnite players are actually. iOS maybe has more, but maybe. I would probably bet on PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm not too sure technically, but I love the good thing about Fortnite. You can play on any console. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah,
but yeah, like this announcement, like I guess it did need to be. I don't think that should have been cut. I get it. Like it has a giant audience.
Well, it didn't like had they shown us a full-on gameplay trailer of Fortnite PS5 footage, I'd be like, all right, guys, like, take it easy. But it was like 10 seconds, if that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I get it. It's showing like one of the biggest games of all time is at launch.
Oh yeah, there's no denying it's huge.
Yeah, it's unreal. It's unreal. Dools. PlayStation Plus collection. Thoughts? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, interesting. It's just an added bonus for PS Plus users. You just get like pretty much all the biggest and best console PS4 exclusives, plus some other big third-party games. Like I think I saw Arkham Knight in there, Battlefield 1, just available at launch to play it, which is pretty cool. So I mean, if you're someone who's picking up a PS5 and you're jumping over from Xbox, you have all those fucking games just waiting for you, free to download.
Yeah, that's because I've got all my friends that play Call of Duty with me. All of them play on Xbox, and I'm the only one that's on PlayStation. And all of them are all of them being converted to PS5. And there's so many of them like, I want to play God of War, I want to play Ratchet and Clank, I want to play XXYZ, and I'm like, now there is the fucking answer, and that is huge.
Yeah, it's huge, man. I mean,
I didn't realize this until now. That like this is for people that are jumping from Xbox to PlayStation.
Yeah, and that's it also tells me that. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping they're going to be enhanced as well, but it also tells me that maybe they're saving some proper PS5 re-releases for some of these games down the track. Like God of War is something I would pick up 110%, but at the same time, I would really prefer if Sony just fucking made these free upgrades, but we will see.
We will see.
But yeah, it's an Unreal offering, and yeah, like those kind of people, your mates who are on Xbox, I think that is fucking huge for them.
Yeah, that's massive. I didn't even think about that, but it's obvious that one section is for people converting. Makes sense. Catch up, that's awesome. Duels, price and release date. Let's talk about it. Let's just fucking talk about it.
Holy shit. 1 second. Okay, sorry, I've just got notifications for PlayStation. I'm on Twitter. I'm making sure I don't miss a single fucking thing when it comes to pre-orders.
Good work.
So, Saturday 3 a.m. is when that Black Ops beta goes live for us, has.
Alright, set my alarm.
November 12, so that is the same week as Xbox, which is November 10, Tuesday, and PS5 will be November 12, Thursday. They matched Xbox. There were rumors they might even go as low as $449. I didn't think they'd do that. That's like price of manufacturer. I think they'd just be like, that's a loss. That's a significant loss to sell at. So $499. I expected them to match Xbox. Part of me was a little worried they might potentially go a little higher, but if I was pretty confident they would match. And then $399 US for the digital. And what's actually pretty interesting is that so it's the same price Xbox and PS5 for us here, $749 Australian, but $600 or $599 for the digital. So it doesn't have that little extra bump. Like it's just a clean $200 more than our US counterparts, but it's not like $649. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's pretty compelling. Because it's not like $100 price difference in the US. It's like no, this is $150 price difference in the console here. But I think the only thing with that is, dude, I would love to get the digital PS5, but buying physical just here for us at least is often a much cheaper exercise. Like much cheaper. Like we can sometimes get games $30 less than the recommended retail price on the PSN store. So until that changes, and I don't think it will anytime soon, we just got to keep buying discs. So
yeah, agreed.
Doesn't mean we're just saving so much money.
Yeah. Well, plus I my collection of DVDs. I need someone to watch that on Duels. You need to watch those sweet 4K Blu-ray DVDs you got, Duels. I'm sure you got heaps of them now.
Oh, that's what I'm all about.
Exactly. Discs don't buffer.
So yeah, that's pretty big, and the rumor is pre-orders go live tomorrow. Well, I mean, yeah, pre-orders will go live tomorrow. They haven't specified in which territories, but I mean, I think that's global. I assume they would have said something otherwise.
Yeah.
So I expect emails from retailers coming out today to confirm that. Yeah, I think the price is good. I'm happy with the price. I'm like, I was prepared to pay more, dude. I was prepared to pay 800 plus, and that's actually what I was
prepared to pay $2,000, dude. Like, I'd pay $2,000 at this point.
Okay,
Like,
well, that's
fucking
nuts. But you fucking fanboy. But I'm stoked with that price. I think $749 for brand new console. Just with the specs it has, it meets. If you wanted to put together a high-end PC that had the same specs as a PlayStation 5, you'd be putting down $2,000
easily.
So this is a great price. Yeah, and the date is perfect. I think being close to the weekend, I like that. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. How are you feeling about it all?
It's expected, dude. I'm just glad we know the date. I just want it pre-ordered, and then my anxiety is gone, Like, I just need it in the cart and confirmed. That's all I want now, Dools.
Yeah, the anxiety's peaking now, if anything.
Jesus, like, it's going to be a fucking bloodbath tomorrow. It's like, pre-orders tomorrow, may odds be ever in your favor. Like straight up.
Yeah.
Oh man, tomorrow's going to be a tough day, but like, I feel good. I feel confident. That's when you got to go in there with confidence, Dools. And we thought that was the end of the show, but Jim Ryan, our boy, said the words, "There's just one last thing we want to show you."
Oh.
And we went black, Dools, and what we predicted came true, I should say. Better grammar. God of War Ragnarok has been revealed, Dools.
Back.
Unreal. The voice of Kratos came on and said the words, "The time grows near, you must prepare yourself." Then on the screen it said, "Ragnarok is coming. 2021. Comes out next fucking year, Dools."
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, it's true. Well, the first one got pushed quite a bit. Honestly, a delayed game is never a bad sign.
But that will have been 3 years and change since. That's quick turnaround. But as I was telling you, I think it might have been on the last podcast, or maybe just off the air. I was saying, like Spider-Man, the groundwork is there. That's how Miles Morales, while an interstitial game's coming out so quickly, the groundwork is there. The world is there. Assets, characters, like, they know what they're doing. Story-wise, they know they're on a set path. They know what they're doing. It's just about executing. God of War 2018 took as long as it did because they were starting from scratch. They have the foundations there. So it really isn't a surprise that it's coming out next year. So, but just to get that little teaser is, fucking beautiful.
So good. Oh man, it's so good, and we're gonna find out more. We'll probably see. I guess we'd see more at Game Awards. That's when I reckon we're gonna see it. December.
We probably won't see any more until next year. Maybe.
Game Awards, bro. That's my prediction.
Yeah, that's fair. I think, if there isn't a PSX type event, which there mightn't be, that's probably fair.
I can't wait.
Yeah, very exciting.
All in all, I thought this showcase was really good. I thought it had some amazing moments, spectacular bits of hype. I think that there was a lot of fat that they could have trimmed, but I'm pretty happy with it. I leave it being very, very happy. How about yourself?
Couldn't agree more. November 12th cannot come soon enough. I'm booking annual leave as we speak. Should I take 5 or 7 days?
I reckon you should double up, take the old 14. Thoughts?
That's pretty much all my leave. But look, I'm willing to do it. I do need to beat Demon Souls in time for Miles Morales, so I'm gonna fucking commit.
Dude, your eyes are gonna be so red. You just won't sleep.
Oh, bro,
finish that Demon Souls.
I'm gonna look like a fucking husk. Oh, Haz, close us out, big man.
Thank you for listening to the More Cops on Duty podcast, Internet's #1 film, game, and TV podcast. This episode is very much around the game-centric PlayStation 5 showcase. We record twice a week. I see your eyes going wide. I'm guessing that's pre-orders are opening doors.
Oh,
eyes
shit.
Going wide.
They're open.
Eyes going wide. We'll speak to you next time. Thank you for listening.
Oh,
Goodbye.
fuck.